So we're just going around, we're looking for a lion.
Welcome to Tanzania, welcome to the Serengeti. Today is my second day in the Serengeti, the endless plains of Tanzania. And we are going for a hot air balloon ride. Fasten your seatbelts, we are flying!
Good morning guys, we just got to the balloon space. I don't know what it's called like perfectly, but those are the balloons we'll be using. There are 2 balloons and we will be flying in no time. I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I need some coffee, some tea.
Coffee. Yes, with milk.
We left the camp at 5:30. Morning coffee while the sun rises. Early to get our safety briefing because some of us have never flown.
Thank you very much. When you think of Cameroon, what do you think of?
Ito is famous.
Eto'o is famous.
Yeah.
Wow, that guy is doing a good job.
Play football.
Oh, he's a very good player. Okay, I'll tell Eto'o.
After the morning coffee, our driver guide is just fitting our safety belts. Standard procedure.
Is it too small?
I
thought the belt was too small for me. It's like an engagement ring. Okay.
Yeah, this is a gift.
Just link up once again with your driver guide. We're just going to split you up between the 2 pilots and then take you up to the balloons for a safety briefing.
Introduce you very briefly to our crew over here. Good morning guys, Jambo.
Jambo.
These guys have been awake since 2 o'clock and they'll still be working long after we've finished our breakfast. The first thing I'm going to do is to answer a couple of questions that I know people are thinking but don't ask. How long has he been flying? Did he start yesterday? I've been flying about 25 years, okay. And are you going to, this is a long safety briefing. Do you have enough memory on your phone? This balloon was built in the UK, in Bristol in England. And we maintain them to European standards, which is, I believe, the highest in the world. Sometimes we have Americans here who say, no, the FAA are better, but I'm not so sure. Okay, safety briefing. The first thing I'm going to do is just to remind you briefly that there is no smoking now. No smoking until we've landed the balloon and you walk well away from the balloon, okay? Is everyone feeling well today?
Yeah.
This is what I wanted to see and hear, that's good, yeah. If anyone has a medical condition or thinks they may be pregnant, please speak to me after the safety briefing. I'm going to use the word emergency. Please don't be concerned. I believe hot air ballooning is the safest form of aviation. But part of my safety briefing is to tell you that in the very unlikely event of an emergency, please follow my instructions. That's it. Okay? Everyone happy so far? The basket, as you can see, has compartments. This basket is designed to carry 16 passengers, and today we have 16 passengers. Each compartment carries 4 passengers, except for the middle one, where I selfishly fly by myself. When you walk forwards to climb into the basket, this fan and the same fan the other side will be blowing cold air into the basket. The fan will be controlled by one of the crew at all times, but please, when you're walking past it, just think about scarves, really long hair, or even maybe the tail on your safety belt, okay? Make sure they're tucked in so that they don't get caught in the fan. You shouldn't be that close to it, but just in case, all right? While I'm talking about safety belts, it has a standard aviation buckle, exactly the same as the one on the plane when you flew to this country. Okay? Please also remember to have the ring on your harness at the front. You'll see why in a minute. So I'm now going to show you how to climb into the basket. I'm going to ask one of my younger crew members, in fact going to be in the top or the bottom compartment. We preload our passengers into the basket. The Serengeti can be a windy place. Today we have very little wind, but sometimes the wind comes through fairly, just with the basket lying on its side, okay? In the bottom of each compartment you can see that there is a seat. Just a little seat for you to sit on. This is for takeoff and for landing. You can sit on the seat during the flight, but you won't see anything. So to climb in, you're going to have to take the bags off your backs, Okay, give those to your driver guide or put them on the floor, climb in. The driver guide will then come and attach these long lines here to the ring on your harness. Okay, please don't take this off until after we've landed and I say you can. All right. Once the driver guide has connected the long line to the ring on your harness, he'll give you your bags back. Please put your bags between your legs. Okay. If you have anything around your neck, like this nice camera here, please make sure for takeoff and for landing, tuck it inside. Okay. Otherwise, if there is a bump, it may come up and chip a tooth. It might not be your tooth. Good. So, when I'm putting the hot air into the balloon to lift it up, please make sure you're holding on to the little rope handles along here. You can see Comfort here holding on to them already. 2 hands. Hold on with both hands and make sure your hands are empty. No videoing during this, okay? So phones and cameras all put away. So you can use your hands properly. Guys, I know you forget sometimes, so I will be checking and I'll remind you. There are 3 ways for us to land the balloon. One is where the basket lands and gently, and the balloon stays over our head. Then there is perhaps the bumpy way where the basket lands and bumps a little bit and the balloon stays over our head. The 3rd way, which is definitely my favourite, is where the basket lands, bumps a bit, drags, and then tips over in a good position.
You're gonna love it.
I hope so.
Awesome.
Slightly scared.
No. Are you a little bit scared?
Slightly. It's really big.
Yeah.
In videos, it looks like,
Yeah,
now
but
in
huge,
real life,
aren't
they're
they?
huge.
Yeah.
Don't forget you've got binoculars in each compartment.
The previous day we were on land, we were driving in the Jeep, but we didn't get to experience as many animals as we did on this day. So one of the advantages of the hot air balloon is you get to fly over places
The safari jeep can take you.
and then you just get to see more animals, and it gives you like the full experience of the Serengeti.
Either a topi or a hartebeest. Yeah, and wait.
Our pilot Bill made the trip super poor. I just kept laughing. This was my first time flying, so I had like 0 degree of nervousness. It was a fun trip.
Hyena under the tree in the middle there. It'll be in the shadow in 5,
Hyena.
2, 1, and it's now in the shadow just above the basket.
Stranger.
More elephants in front of it. The answers. Those are wildebeest. Fire-breathing monster coming out of the sky.
During breakfast, our neighbor recounted that she saw a very fat python on a tree. Was I looking forward to that? I don't know, but yikes.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing a python. Would you want to see a very big python, like wild, on a tree? And she said it was bloated on some parts. So it was like it ate like an antelope. It swallowed like an antelope minutes before. In total, our balloon ride was for 45 minutes. I wish it could go like on and forever. Like just fly back to Cameroon in a hot air balloon. Looking forward to doing this again. Maybe in the water park. Hopefully sometime soon it gets easy to visit the water park. Water park is a wildlife reserve in the far north of Cameroon.
I'm going to ask you to get into that landing position.
Had the time of my life, and I never felt this way before. I swear this is true, and I owe it all to you.
After our flight, we celebrated with champagne. One, because we made it, and then the rest, Pilot Bill is going to explain all the history. Just editing this video, I still feel the way I felt when I went on the flight. It was truly a miracle experience.
The second reason, because we like champagne. The third reason takes a little bit longer to explain. Okay. The French. Do we have any French guests today? I don't think we do. No. Okay. The French invented hot air ballooning in 1783, and they invented champagne before that. The story of inventing hot air ballooning is interesting. Les Frères Montgolfier, you might have heard of the Montgolfier brothers. They built a balloon made of paper and wood. They were paper manufacturers and they lived in the town of Annonay. They sent animals up and the animals survived. So they thought, well, we'll build a bigger one and send a human. And so they did, but they were very clever men. They decided they were not going to go because they knew that it was dangerous. So they went to the king, Louis XVI, and they said, Mr. King, please can we have a criminal from the prison? And the king was a clever man as well. He said no, because if this man lives, he'll be a famous prisoner, a famous criminal. We can't have that. It must be a French nobleman. So Pilatre de Rosier was volunteered, and he was the first person to fly in a hot air balloon. Now Pilatre, his nickname was Pilot, pilot, where the word came from, but I'm not sure. So this is this little bit of interesting. Anyway, he flew in the balloon and he took the king's champagne with him to celebrate. And when he landed the balloon, he lived, and he was climbing out of the wreckage probably to drink the champagne and celebrate. And the villagers and the farmers saw this burning, smoking monster in the sky, and they came running over to kill. When they got close, Pilatre de Rosier thought, this isn't right. And he climbed down and said, no, look, I have champagne, I am French. I'm not the devil. And so to this day, we still carry champagne in case the villagers come. It's good luck to catch the cork, guys. Interesting statistic about Pilatre de Rosier. He was also the first person to be killed in a hot air balloon. He tried to fly from France to England and was never seen again. Comfort, can you come and give the champagne out, please? Congratulations, everybody. Well done. It's all right. There is also Wi-Fi there. There should be. After the rain, sometimes the Wi-Fi is a bit funny. The owner of the balloon company has a telecoms company as well, which is how we managed to get Wi-Fi in the bush when we get there. And the table number is, there's only two of them, table 1. And I now am going to come round and speak to everybody because I need to congratulate you all on passing the exams. You all get a certificate. Yay! If you collect 3, you get a balloon pipe.
Just make your way up here and follow it through. Welcome everybody.
Get ready to dance.
Jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana. Wageni wakaribishwa. Miracle baluni. Hakuna matata. Wageni.
Hakuna matata. Jambo. Jambo bwana. Habari gani? Nzuri sana. Wakini. Wakaribishwa. Yako mazuri. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Jambo. Jambo bwana. Habari gani? Nzuri sana. Wageni. Wageni. Wakaribishwa. Yako baluni. Hakuna matata. Uni Tanzania. Hakuna matata. Nike Serengeti. Hakuna matata. Tunainama. Tunainuka. We follow no road. Wakituona. Tunainama. Tunainuka. We follow no road. Hapa Billy. Hey Billy. Oh, yeah. We follow no road. Billy wetu. Hey Billy. Oh, yeah. We follow no road. Hey Barry. Hey Barry. Oh, yeah. We follow no road. Barry wetu. Hey Barry. We follow no road.
We were advised to check the loo out. Pilot Bill called it the loo with the view. And so we just finished from the flight. I'm like, I need to see this loo with the view. When we got there, it was a super power loo. While I was going to the loo, I was recounting to my dad about my first night in the Serengeti. I even did a complete video for that one. It was the scariest night ever. Check out that video. I'll put a link in the description box so that you understand what we went through. Miracle Balloon celebrated a few couples who were celebrating their honeymoon in the Serengeti. Apparently, the Serengeti is a hot spot for honeymoons. And then, there comes my favorite part. So, the previous night, we were asked if we had birthdays close to this date. My birthday was far, but I was like, no, I want a surprise for Miracle Balloon. My sister and I were born in August. So we said our birthday just passed and we were not celebrated, so we have to be celebrated in the jungle. So we were also called up to celebrate our birthday. So we had like cake to cut. This is the birthday party I did not have.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. How old are you now? Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
On the back of the certificate is a 10% discount voucher for the Tanzanite experience. What's that? Well, when you get to the visitor center, we have a beautiful tented shop, and inside that we sell the very precious and unique Tanzanite gemstones. So you're welcome to go in there for the browse as well. Okay, guys? We also really appreciate your feedback on social media. So if you are uploading photographs onto Instagram, Twitter or whatever, please include us. #MiracleExperience. And the big one for the pilots and also for the rest of the crew is of course TripAdvisor. So So if you can remember the name of your pilot, just put it in there and give us a little write-up. We'd really like to see what you've got
Thank
to
you
say.
for watching this video. I hope you had the miracle experience with us. I will see you all in the next video.